The gloves are off after a shakeup in Michigan. Abdul El-Sayed will be the state's Democratic nominee for the high-stakes Senate seat in November, and the progressive candidate narrowly defeated his more moderate opponent, Haley Stevens. Now he's going to face off against GOP nominee Mike Rogers in the fall.
To me, two words for this general election, extremist and affordability. And by that I mean that's going to get that's the label for El-Sayed, right? And he's got to push back on that. And the problem is when you're accused of being a communist now, you've got to deal with social media, AI, things being faked, unlike Joe McCarthy's era in the 50s when it was just TV, radio, and journalism, and journalists, print journalists. And Rogers is about affordability. And I'd rather be El-Sayed than Rogers because Rogers has to live in a fantasy where he tells his constituents that the economy is fine, otherwise he's going to get tanked by Trump. So I wouldn't want to be him for $1 million. So it's like a waiter comes out with a burned steak and go, oh no, the chef calls it caramelized. You know, it's like, so I don't know how he gets out of that box if he does. And that's going to be insulting to a lot of those voters who were on the fence, or on the fence. And I think on the AIPAC front, they shot themselves in the foot because the various message was, I'm the guy to fight big money. Yeah. And he beat them. And so, you know, I think that the problem is you hear the word progressive and everybody wants to jam this guy into this crazy progressive, the sky is falling. He's not one of those guys. So you have to be careful with that. What the Democrats should do, they should show Trump as an extremist. He starts a war that has no end in sight and is hurting the economy. He threatens the Federal Reserve. He brought tariffs that are hurting Americans. Those are extreme measures. Yeah. But maybe because of his ethnicity, is that why Syed is an extremist?
Well, that's why they're running that ad in the beginning.
I also know Republicans missing the real issue that is animating voters today by focusing on things that they don't care as much about because it's not as salient to them.
If the race is about whether you want the Democratic Socialist path or the Mike Rogers moderate conservative pro-growth path, I think more voters are going to vote for that.
But he's a career politician. Right. And they look at that like expired milk. You're not going to convince me it's good.